Good evening. Good evening. Welcome in. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome. Good evening, Sarah. Welcome in. Hello. Hello. I'm going to give folks a few minutes to get on in the room. Good evening. I am doing something that I have never done before. I am, let's see, let me put my let's see something. Make sure I have my let's turn on my good evening, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. I need to I'm doing something, y'all, I have never done before. I am on all four platforms and I need to I want to make sure my face is on TikTok. So hold on, hold on. How are you doing, Sarah? Welcome in. Hey, I see you, love. Welcome into the space. Good evening, good evening. Good evening. Wanna see here. You're good. Okay. Okay. Welcome in. As you're coming in, say hello and tell me where you are tuning in from. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I think I'm gonna have to TikTok. Where y'all tuning in from? Let's see here. I think I think I'm gonna have to go back up. Welcome in on TikTok. I think I gotta go back out and come back in so y'all can see my face. So because I don't, yeah. Good evening. Hey, DeQuincy, welcome in. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. I am going to, over in TikTok land, I'm going to come back because I want you all to see my face. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to go out and come back in. Where y'all tuning in from? Come out. I'm going to go out and come back in. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. There we go, TikTok. There we go. Welcome in. Welcome in. Memphis, Tennessee. Where y'all tuning in from? Welcome on in. Good evening. Let me know where y'all tuning in from as you come into the space. I am Lady J, and welcome to the sanctuary, the Oasis Sanctuary. I'm Lady Jesaira. So excited to be here tonight. Excited to be sharing with you all some downloads that I received as we close out this month. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. So, as you're coming into the space, Tell me something that you learned or something that you're appreciative for as we close out December and as we prepare to close out the year. What are you grateful for? Hello, welcome into the space. Welcome. I'm so excited. I'm on 4 platforms. Ooh, how exciting. What are you all excited about? What are you grateful for? Hello, Karen. Hi, Zen. Y'all do me a favor, like and share. Like and share this live. I want as many people that can hear this to be a part. Instagram is kind of quiet. Hey, hey, digital beauty bosses. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm on all 4 platforms. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome in, Rosie, Ricky. Hey, welcome into the space. Y'all let me know where y'all coming in from. And we going to get started because I got some stuff to say. God through me has things to say. Hello, Fort Lauderdale. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, like and share this video, this live, like and share it. I am Lady Jesaira. Welcome into the space. Welcome to the Oasis Sanctuary. Happy Kwanzaa. This is the 6th day of Kwanzaa. Kumba, sacred expression, creativity. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I am so honored to be sharing on today in particular. Welcome. My coach is in. Hey, coach. I'm on all 4 platforms tonight. Okay. So do me a favor. Tell me something that you're grateful for. Something that you're grateful for. I want y'all to fill up the chat. Something that you are grateful for as you prepare, as we prepare to leave the month of December. Let's begin to sound off something that you're grateful for, things that you're grateful for. It could be relationship, it could be things, it could be health. What are you grateful for? Let's begin to sound your family. I hear you. What are you grateful for over in TikTok land? What you grateful for in IG, YouTube? What y'all grateful for? Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. What you grateful for? Tell me. What are y'all grateful for? Not all at once. Grateful for awareness, health, and strength. I love that. I love that. I love, love, love that. I am grateful for the gift of presence. Y'all just don't know. Just to be able to be present and in the moment. I am so grateful for the gift of presence. Y'all go ahead and share that live for me. Give me some love, some hearts. TikTok, y'all not talking to me. Y'all coming in, but y'all ain't saying hello. Hello. Hey, Missy, April, your family, authentic relationships, truth, facts. Yes, 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 yes. Stability, new connections. Hey, Ilka, welcome in. Life and family. Yes. I'm grateful for life and family too. Grateful for my husband, grateful for my extended family. I am grateful. Hey, 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 welcome in, welcome in. Okay. So Hey Sarah, you said grateful for breath and silence. Say that. Say that. Girl, you tapping into what I'm getting ready to begin to talk about. Breath and silence. Listen, there's there's some there's some there's something powerful in silence. Peace. Hey Felicia, peace. I love that. Okay, so tell me one thing that you all are looking forward to leaving in this month, in this year. What are you looking forward to leaving? Hey, Latrice, grateful for peace and prosperity. Yes, peace of mind, for sure. Facts. What are you looking forward to leaving? What are you leaving in 2025? TikTok, what y'all leaving in 2025? Hello, Cindy. Do Nurse for Life. Hello. What y'all leaving in 2025? See, some of these are a little slower. Playing small. Ah, Ilka said toxic people. Say so. On TikTok, no, IG, I'm a little slow. So y'all bear with me. It's a little slower on IG. TikTok, what y'all leaving in 2025? What are you leaving in 2025? Are y'all liking and sharing this video for me? I'm leaving old patterns and repeated cycles. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, hit that love and like button for me. Anybody else? What y'all leaving? Okay. All BS. The Quincy said all BS. Okay. Okay. Leave it. Leave it, honey. Leave it. BS is not supposed to be carried. Hey, babe. Hey, Rob. Welcome in. Okay. Are y'all ready to dive in? I'm ready to dive in. So, not speaking my truth, my voice will ignite. Yes, I love that. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what you're leaving in 2025. Okay. So, I really am going to teach and share, but this is going to be interactive. So, I want to give you a moment to get pen and paper or get your recorder, whatever it is, and we're going to talk back and forth to each other, but I am going to share. And I want to start off by saying this. For those who don't know, I want to kind of give some unalignment in relationships. Yes, Sarah, I love that. Keep sounding off in the chat. Keep sounding off. Yes, yes, yes. So I want to say this. I want to say this because I think it's important for me to lay a foundation around who I am and what qualifies me to be speaking, to stand as an authority in this space about this topic and why now. Okay. So once again, I am Lady Jesaira. I'm just Lady Jesaira Glover Doolin. And I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. I grew up in a home with 5 children. Both of my parents were pastors of a church, and I grew up in a very, I would say, a very wholesome environment. My immediate family, I knew I was loved. I knew I was supported. So let me say this. As a child, there are some people who are gifted. It seems that they're gifted with leadership. If you study leadership, there's so many different thoughts about leaders. Can you be trained as a leader? Are you authentically a leader? Are you naturally gifted as a leader? And the truth is, it feels like I always had this ability to lead. At a very young age, I was looked upon almost like a sage. I can remember at 10 and 11 years old, adults coming to me for counsel. I would lead groups. And in the fourth grade, I was voted the mayor of my class. When I got to sixth grade, I was voted to be a part of student council. When I got to uh, high school, 12th grade, I ended up being my senior class president. Went to college, was a part of student council and residence hall association, leadership all around me. Moved into corporate spaces and religious spaces, ordained leader, elder, and corporate spaces, regional director of clinicians, manager. And now here I am, entrepreneur, and I have my own business, company, and practice. Okay. So when I talk about leadership, leadership is not something that is new to me, nor is it something that I've not been trained in. Because I also want to say this I come from a very rigorous training in terms of my academic and clinical training, right? So I would consider myself today to be a clinician to clinicians, to be a leader to leaders. I'm also a healer to healers, right? So I really want to kind of just establish my credibility in the leadership space, okay? I am a Black woman who leads, and I lead unapologetically. Okay, that I have no problem leading. Do I have any people who are maybe like me in the chat? If you're like me in the chat, put one. Yeah, I'm a leader. I'm a leader. It doesn't matter if male, female. One, I'm a leader, or I've been told that I'm a leader. Put one in the chat if what I'm saying you understand leadership, you understand people, you understand how to navigate dynamics and interactions with people. I see some ones here. I'm a leader. I'm a leader. Yes, I know what it is to lead. I'm a leader. Alicia got all the ones. Yes, been leading all my life. I'm the oldest of five. I am a leader, right? I'm a leader. So I want to establish that. On top of that, I was an adjunct professor. Many don't know this, but I taught college. All right. Was an adjunct professor for 5 years in the Bachelor's of Psychology program. So platforms, teaching, none of this stuff is new to me. What I realized though is that I've not always put myself out there like I've needed to. I've played small up until the last couple of years or so. And I'm determined now not to play small. Okay. So I want to kind of lay that foundation first and foremost. All right. I want to say this also, that as we're closing out the month of December, and I want you to pay attention to my language, because I'm saying closing out the month of December for a reason. As we're closing out the month of December, there are some things that I believe that we need to prepare for. Now, hear me. We are in a leadership crisis. Somebody put leadership crisis in the chat. We are in a leadership crisis. Leadership crisis. What do I mean? What do I mean? Leadership crisis. TikTok, y'all still with me? We are in a leadership crisis. Let me see you put that in the chat. Leadership crisis. Leadership crisis. We are in a leadership crisis. Let me see y'all put that in the chat. And what do I mean by that? We're in a leadership crisis. We have those in authority. We have people around us that have been appointed and given positions, have put themselves in positions that are not ethical in leadership, that are not qualified in leadership, that are questionable in how they show up. They're not for the people. All right. We're in a leadership crisis. When we look at the political arena, when we look at the religious arena, which y'all agree with me that we're in a leadership crisis, that people are waiting for the real leaders to show up. The people are longing for leadership and its purity and authenticity to show up in a way that honors people, that honors God, whatever your higher power is, but that really, really is sound and ethical. Would y'all agree? What y'all think about that? Tell me if you agree with me. Y'all agree? Hey, TikTok. Y'all agree? Are y'all frustrated? Are y'all frustrated by this dilemma? Tell me if you're frustrated. Yes, no, yes, maybe, so. Y'all frustrated? Y'all frustrated with this dilemma? Yes. Yes. Over it. Yep. Frustrated. Okay. All right. So here's what I want to kind of put out there first and foremost. Okay. So this training, this discussion is going to very frustrating. Yes. This topic, this discussion, I'm going to break into like 4 or 5 sections. Each section, we're going to have questions and I want you to talk back to me. Okay. So I want to lay this foundation. Part of the frustration that we're experiencing in leadership is because we, the people, have not taken our place, because we, the people, have not made a conscious decision to self-lead. Put self-lead in the chat. Self-lead, self-lead, self-lead in the chat. Self-lead, self-lead. Self-lead. Now, I really want to orient us to the time and the season that we're in. We just came out of winter solstice. Winter solstice was December 21st. Okay? Winter solstice was December 21st. That was the day that we experienced the longest night period of darkness on the earth, right? And according to the earth, that really is the first day that we entered into a winter season. I know that technically we talk about entering winter in, I think, November, right? But I want to stretch us a little bit because the earth is talking to us. Now, because I was raised in church, a part of this discussion is going to involve scripture, but only for the purposes of those that may be tuning in that may struggle a little bit with what I'm getting ready to say. Okay? All right, y'all with me? 1. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all still with me? So the winter solstice marks the darkest and the longest night of the year. All right? If you got your notebooks, write this down. It's the moment when darkness peaks. It's when stillness is honored. When nature pauses outward growth. It's when the land is resting. This is not a dead season, but it is a preparatory season. Okay? In this season, darkness is not absence, but darkness is incubation. Put incubation in the chat. So the earth has entered this season, this time, right? Where we're pausing darkness. It invites us to self-reflect, to release what no longer serves us, to take honest assessment, to rest without shame, to recommit to self. Now, why am I laying this foundation first and foremost? Because in this moment, right here, right now, it's important to understand that leadership begins inward. It begins within. It often begins in the silent places and spaces of our lives. If I were to take a text, if I was to take a text Make sure y'all liking and sharing this. Make sure you're liking and sharing it. I would say this, right? The earth is moaning and groaning and waiting for the manifestations of sons, the sons and the daughters. The earth, creation is crying out. And if creation is crying out, it suggests to me, if the earth is groaning, it suggests to me that something needs to be corrected because we're not taking care of and we're not stewarding what we have. Y'all with me? So I'm going to make sense in a second. Y'all with me? Put one in the chat if you're still with me. One in the chat. One in the chat. We as people, it is expected that we as people, this is the expectation that the Creator has of us, that we know and understand times and seasons, that we know and we understand times and seasons. And for many of us, we discount what the earth is saying to us. If the earth is groaning and waiting, if the earth is waiting, that suggests to me that the earth has ears and that the earth is sensitive to our movement and sensitive to what it is that we're doing or not doing. So, could this leadership crisis, part of this leadership crisis, be because we're not in our rightful place right here, right now? Because the earth is talking to us. The earth is even right now giving us these next 3 months. The winter solstice is up until the spring equinox, which is March the 21st. So if I'm looking through that lens, technically, this isn't the end of the year. Y'all follow me? This is not the end of the year. According to the Gregorian calendar, it is. But if we looked at the spiritual calendar and if we looked at nature and we looked at the earth, these next 3 months are critical months for us. Tell me if you're with me. If you're with me. Y'all with me? I feel myself getting excited. Like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share. Talk back to me, talk back to me. It's important that we reframe the dark moments, the dark seasons in our life. Because the dark season is where we're being prepared. The dark season is where we have the opportunity to reassess. The dark season is where we have the opportunity to recommit to self, to grow in silence. Y'all with me? Somebody said facts. Okay. So stick with me. Here's a question for y'all. Where in your life are you being invited to pause rather than push? Now, everything and everybody is rushing through tonight to get to 2026. I'm suggesting that technically the new year doesn't start until March, and that we have these 3 months that are critical months to prepare ourselves. We're in a 9-year, meaning that we are completing some cycles, some generational cycles, breaking some curses. And when it comes time to March, we're going to enter into that 1 year, that year of leadership, that year of initiation, that year of confidence and certainty. Y'all following me? Is this too much? Is it too deep? Let me know if you're following me. Y'all with me? Let me know over here in TikTok. Y'all with me? Y'all following me? I know y'all like, what is the E? Where are we getting at? What's the E in leadership? Where are we getting there? Where in your life are you being asked and invited to pause rather than push? If you so dare, put it in the chat where you are being where the earth is inviting you, because I want to lay the foundation. If we're in the winter solstice, where are you being invited to pause rather than push? What have you been avoiding sitting with? What version of yourself have you been asked to release before you get to the next cycle? Talk to me. Talk to me. Because a part of the leadership crisis and frustration is that, once again, we're not in our respective places. We're looking for validation and looking for clarity, and we're looking to be understood and to be appointed by those outside of us. And the season has shifted. Y'all with me? Tell me if you're with me. Y'all with me, TikTok? Are y'all sharing this? Are y'all putting it out? Y'all sharing this? Y'all with me? Putting it out, sharing, liking? Let me know if I'm making sense. I get excited. TikTok, talk to me. What are you being invited to pause rather than rush at this time? Because see, we want to rush out of 2025. And I'm suggesting that there's 3 more months that's left. That if we live our lives as the sons and daughters of Issachar, that we'll understand the times and the seasons. Literally, we'll understand the times and the seasons that's speaking to us to pause and to prepare. Now, some folks may not agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. If this is like over your head and it's not something that's about you vibing with, okay, you can get off. That's okay. You can get off. Who's gonna be bold enough to say what it is that you are being invited to pause rather than push? What is it? What is it? Fast and pray more. Okay, the Quincy said fast and pray more. Anybody else want to put themselves out there? Because I'm about to move on. I'm about to move on. Okay. Now hear me. Listen to me. The earth is our first leadership teacher. Mother Earth. Hear me. Hear me. We are here in this earth realm for a reason. And I think that a part of where we miss it and part of our misalignment is the fact that we're not operating like the sons and daughters of Issachar. We're afraid to pay attention to nature and to the earth. But this is why our earth also is crying out, why the environment is being spoiled, because we've not given it the attention it needs. But the earth, Mother Earth, is the first leadership teacher. So that's the first E. The E in leadership is first earth leadership. Hear me, hear me, hear me. If you're raised in the church, then you probably think I'm talking about the flesh. I'm not. Because the earth in the purest sense, before it was tainted, was sacred. Y'all following me? Y'all following me? What y'all thinking? Are y'all following me? Let me know if you're following me. So the earth was the first teacher of leadership, not people. Whoa, not people. Are y'all are y'all following me? Y'all or am I boring you? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Because sometimes I can go too deep too fast. Let me know if you are following. Let me know if you are tracking. Let me know if you are understanding what I'm saying. Like, share. Talk to me in those in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Because see, Mother Earth is symbolic. She is instructional. She teaches us that earth leadership is cyclical, not linear. We've been looking to the wrong model. I'm not talking about earth worship. Please hear me. Please hear me. Please hear me. Exactly. The earth is the Lord's, and the earth itself is an extension of who God is. Are y'all following me? Are y'all following me? Now, I want you to think ancestral, and I want you to think even those of us who are raised in the church, and you might be fighting me right here, right now. Even when we look at the text, how did the people know what to do and how to live their life? The earth. They were in tune with the times and the seasons. They understood what was happening in the sky. They weren't afraid because they had an understanding that what they were a part of was an extension of who God is. There were no calendars. Hear me. There were no cell phones. Hear me. And before people got caught up on needing and requiring a leader in the text, folks were self-leading. Now, hit like, hit share, hit like, hit share. Because here's another, I'm dropping some stuff. I'm dropping some stuff because 2026, as we enter it, is about empowerment, is about self-leadership, it's about elevation from within, it's about ceasing to need the external validation. It's about not playing small anymore. It's about knowing that if I'm in tune with the earth, I'm in tune and interconnected to God. And that provision is already made for me. And that the resources that I need is already made for me because I'm interconnected to the earth. And because I'm attuned to what's happening around me. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? But we're waiting for people to tell us. The model is in front of us. The model is in front of us. Mother Earth was strategic. Mother Earth knows all of the seasons. Mother Earth is responsive, not reactive, wise, not hurried. Check this. Mother Earth knows when to rest, when to retreat, when to emerge, and does not rush growth. The earth does not confuse stillness with stagnation. Say that. The earth does not confuse stillness with stagnation. Y'all hear me? The earth does not confuse stillness with salvation, with stagnation. Are y'all with me? Y'all with me? Y'all tracking? Y'all tracking? So if I am tapped and tuned with the earth as the extension of who God is, then just by looking at what's happening in the earth, the winter solstice, I know that I am supposed to enter into a season of intentional rest and preparation, and that this hibernation is not about avoidance. This hibernation is about reflection, introspection, and preparation for the season that's coming ahead. Now, it's important that we, the people, do this. Because if we're waiting for instructions, and I'm not saying not to be a part, and I'm not saying not to honor leadership, not respect, but hear me. We've been codependent. Ugh. We've been codependent. And in a codependent relationship, both parties benefit. The person that is receiving because of the person that's giving. And that person that is giving, that person that depends upon that person needing them, equally benefit. Both egos are being fed. Both needs are being fed. And we're dependent upon each other versus understanding interdependence. What I'm talking about is if we are interconnected and if we're following the pattern of the earth knows and understands and is wise enough to pull all of the resources together, and everything is interconnected. The earth does not confuse stillness with stagnation. Are y'all still with me? Y'all still with me? You like and sharing? Like and sharing. Like and sharing. Now we have a model of this. You know how movies tend to emulate and give us clarity in the spirit world. How many people have seen Avatar? Avatar. If you've seen Avatar, put Avatar in the chat. Avatar. 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 I promise y'all, I'm almost halfway through this. Avatar. In the movie Avatar, the people knew how to come together. They took leadership into their own hands because they were connected to the intuitive intelligence, the ecological intelligence of the earth that knows how to take care of its own. And if you saw the movie, you know that the people outside of them, the traditional, typical people, were logical and didn't like the fact that this tribe of people were self-led, knew how to get food for themselves, knew the infrastructure of their land. Are y'all following me? Our ancestral blueprint is before us. Our ancestors knew what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and they worked together as a community. But each person did their part, and each person knew how to initiate what needed to be initiated on the inside of them. Self-leadership. Put self-leadership in the chat. Self-leadership. Self-leadership. Okay, now I'm piling on. Like and share. Like and share. Like and share. Like and share. Okay. Now, I want you to hear me. I want you to, and if I have a tendency to give too much information, and what I want you to do is I don't want you to take my word for anything. I want you to do your own investigation, and I want you to do your own study, because I'm getting ready to pile on a part that many may not agree with, and that's okay. Are you familiar with the mycelium network? The mycelium network. If yes, put yes in the chat. I see people falling off. That's okay. That's cool. Yes in the chat. Familiar with this? Okay. The mycelium network is this organism inside of the earth, this almost like a web that interconnects organs, both living and dead, and it teaches the earth how to navigate. It's almost like the mycelium network is the womb of the earth. It's beneath the soil. It connects trees with roots and plants and ecosystems. It provides nutrients, information, and warnings shared underground. But when we are attuned, we're able to tap in. I know people are leaving. That's fine. If you're with me, still say one. You with me? One. One, 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 one. What is sustained is often invisible. And this is what we need to understand. What is sustained is often maintained in the dark. So when it comes to leadership, like mycelium, the mycelium network, this develops quietly. It is relational. It is rooted. It is rooted and it does not seek recognition. It is rooted. So let me ask you, where have you mistaken visibility for leadership? Where have you mistaken visibility for leadership? What unseen systems are supporting your life right now? What wisdom might be forming beneath the surface of your awareness? Y'all tracking with me? Y'all tracking? Is this too much? Y'all taking notes? Y'all silent. Y'all silent. Talk to me. Talk to me. What y'all got? I'm going to pause for a second. Talk to me. Talk to me. How y'all feeling about this so far? Pausing for a second. Because I want to say this. Of everything that I shared about the experience that I've had with leadership and the obvious call to leadership, there's still a part of me that needed to be seen and validated as a leader. Hear me. There was still a part of me that was seeking the approval of people. Now, a lot of this is tied to and was tied to religious conditioning, that we have to honor authority and sometimes honor authority in place of honoring ourselves. In place of honoring ourselves. And if what I'm teaching holds weight, then really, truly, the true teacher is already within. And we have the earth that gives us signs and clues. But I was taught inadvertently to honor, even when honor was not worthy. Even when honor was not there, I was taught inadvertently, cover, don't expose, cover. Don't shake the boat. Don't disagree. Because the moment you disagree, you're seen as rebellious and different, difficult. I'm here to encourage us that the first leader is the leader within. It's tapping into who you are within. It's doing the work to be self-sustained. Hear me. Because when you're connected and you do it God's way, based on how the earth is already created, you're interconnected anyway. The mycelium network ensures that we're all connected. And everything is supplying itself. Every root is supplying. Every need is met. Are y'all following me? Y'all following me? Tell me if you follow me. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. So, y'all liking and sharing this? Liking and sharing. Because 2025 taught me a valuable lesson. 2025 taught me to stop shrinking. And 2025 taught me to shake myself. 2025 taught me to stop playing small. Someone said that they were leaving in this year the tendency to shrink. If we are gods in the earth, then why are we looking for other gods to see us? The God that needs to see you is within. You are God. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Yeah, I get excited. I get excited. What you're looking for is already within. You know how Kirk Franklin said, what you're looking for, I'm the one you're looking for. What you're looking for is already within. You looking without, and Spirit sent me with a message to tell you it's within. And part of the frustration that we're having, and part of the reason why the this leadership crisis has continued, is because we've not taken our rightful place, and the earth is groaning, waiting for us. What if a part of why we're experiencing the violence and the systemic racism and all of the things, what if a lot of this was tied to the fact that we're too dependent on systems and leaders and authority figures when we are supposed to be tapping in to who we are? We're supposed to be self-leading and not looking to be led. Because that's where this frustration is. Many of us are frustrated about this leadership crisis because we have expectations and hopes about those who are in these places of authority. Hell, they're human like you. Listen to me. When you self-lead, as you begin to self-lead, then you take back your own authority and you take back your own power. And you take back your own clarity. Many of us are not clear because we have too many voices in our ears and we can't even hear ourselves talking. Do you hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me you hear me. Because I'm getting excited and I gotta calm down. But tell me, are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Can y'all tell me what's resonating? Shut down the noise and listen to it. Yes, we got to shut down the noise. It's too much. It's too many voices. And this is impacting our mental health. This is impacting our relationships. This is impacting our finances. This is impacting so much. The E in leadership is first acknowledging what God has already created as is, earth. I know some people don't even want to hear this, but we are living in the earth. We're not, we're living in the earth. That's not to say we're not spirit beings, but we're living in the earth. So we have to connect and understand the earth that we live in, that we're coexisting with. Are y'all hearing me? Y'all hear me? Put yes in the chat. If you hear me, yes in the chat. Because I'm about to break down what real leadership is, because at the end of the day, I want us to stop looking for it, for these different attributes without, and to begin to look for these within. So listen to this. Leadership is influence, stewardship, and decision making, but it's first within self and then outward. Have you influenced you? Listen, because when you influence yourself, you don't need to be influenced by nobody else. Are you stewarding? See, I realize this too, and this may make some people uncomfortable. Part of the reason why we look for leaders to stand up and we have this standard for them is because it absolves us of our personal responsibility and accountability. So we want them to be accountable, and we hold them and we get upset, but we're not accountable for our own actions, decisions. We're not stewarding ourselves. We're not making healthy decisions. We're not governing how our energy is showing up. We're not allowing ourselves to be led intuitively. We don't trust ourselves. Hey, Darcel, hey! We don't trust ourselves. We trust the outside voice more. I came with this message to tell you that we have these 3 months, these next 3 months, to sit with ourselves once and for all, to take back your personal power, your sense of responsibility and accountability, because self-leadership is before anything public. And I'm going to tell you, we know good leadership by their fruit. And I'm not talking about by the number of people they may have and the their bottom line. I'm talking about, we know the impact of leadership by their character. If we pay attention, we know whether or not this leader is self-leading or if what they're doing is performative, because of how they show up in interactions. Listen, and we can sense when those things are not in place. Are y'all following me? Y'all following me? Yes, yes, no, yep. Y'all following? Yes. Hit like, share, like and share, like and share. I'm getting through this. I'm getting through it. Let me know if I'm moving too fast. I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. Now, I really want to explain the reason why we tend not to self-lead and the reason why we're in a leadership crisis. The ego. This is the other E in leadership, ego. Somebody type ego. Ego. Now, some people may say that the ego is a bad thing. Some people may say that the ego is a bad thing. I'm about to put a spin on this. Ego. Because here, the ego in its purest sense, and this is a psychological term, but the ego in its purest sense, listen to this, is identity structure that helps us to feel safe, to maintain continuity, to protect our sense of self, and to navigate roles and belonging. When there's a healthy ego, it's not arrogance. When it's healthy ego, when it's healthy and when the ego is managed, it shows up as responsibility, loyalty, endurance, healthy endurance, spiritual understanding. It's only harmful when it's unmanaged. And this is where we may see the narcissism, the arrogance, the rudeness, the lack of accountability. Are y'all following? When this ego is unmanaged, it fails to elevate perspective beyond fear and attachment. If all you feel and sense from leadership is fear-based, if I say X, Y, and Z, then I feel like I am going to be punished. That is an ego that's unmanaged. Hear me. That's a person who is walking in a performative role of leadership without true effectiveness and power. And it's an ego that's not tamed. Are y'all hearing me? It's an ego that seeks to have its own way. It's the ego that's like the 5-year-old. And this ego is tricky. See, because when we don't trust ourselves enough, and this is what I'm trying to drive home, y'all. I'm trying to drive home. When the ego is unmanaged, it fails to evolve with new information and awareness. It fails to emerge authentically from truth. It fails to express needs and boundaries healthily. It fails to eliminate toxic behaviors appropriately. This is untrained self-leadership. And when we are not in tune with Mother God, this really is the divine feminine, or some may say Holy Spirit, then that's when self-leadership is compromised. Y'all following me? Following me? So the earth is saying these next 3 months to prepare yourself to step into self-leadership like never before. To heal the things, the trauma, the drama that has kept you listening to that negative self-talk. This telling you that you are not this and you're not that. Where has your ego confused loyalty with wisdom? Now, I can talk about this because I just came to an awareness that I was a part of some things because of the ego that wanted to overperform, overcommit, wanted codependent, wanted to be needed, wanted to be needed. And because of that, my ego, I think on Facebook, I'm a little, because of that, my ego, because I hadn't really begun to manage it the way that I needed to manage it, I was walking in a place and space where I was where I had begun to ignore what my intuition and spirit was saying to me. I made loyalty the God. Oh, I made loyalty my God instead of flowing in true wisdom. Because see, Mother Earth is wise. Y'all following me? Y'all following? What roles are you clinging to because they feel familiar? How does your ego keep you safe, even when safety costs growth? Are y'all following me? This might be too deep for some. I see Facebook, I see people logging off. That's fine. Are y'all with me? Because I'm almost done. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Like, share. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Any questions? Any questions? I'm taking questions. Any questions? Where y'all at? I'm pausing for a minute because I'm going. I feel myself going really, really fast. No questions. Okay. Okay. No questions. Okay. What I am referring to, you need that definition of ego. Oh, let me give you that definition of ego. Let me go back. Okay. It's identity structure. Identity structure that helps us feel safe, maintain continuity, protect our sense of self, and navigate roles and belonging. It's not arrogance alone. And what happens is when the ego becomes unmanaged, it shows up as arrogance. It shows up as overfunctioning, overperforming. It shows up as mistaken loyalty for wisdom. Got it? Uh, okay. Got that? Okay. Any other questions? Anything you need me to repeat? Okay. Okay. Almost done here. Almost done. Almost done. Okay. So, Mother Earth, this Earth leadership, the key to managing the ego in leadership is the divine feminine, which essentially is Mother Earth. This is the way of the sage. Okay. She emulates Mother Earth. It's not about gender. So I want you to get gender out of your mind. It's about a way of being. So what this divine feminine, what it entails is intuition, observation, discernment, timing, emotional intelligence, strategic placement. She moves wisely. She responds to internal signals and she honors the seasons and the cycles. She trusts her inner knowing. This type of leadership does not rush clarity because it will arrive with time. Hear me. It arrives with time. This is in contrast to an inflated ego or a distorted approach to leadership, which says hustle without wisdom, sacrifice without discernment, and endure without alignment. Do you hear me? Endure without alignment. Self-leadership is about alignment. Am I aligned with who I am and the power that I possess? Okay, so we're almost done here. Here's some questions for you. Where are you forcing instead of listening? Because see, self-leadership requires you to listen. Where are you forcing instead of listening? What would leadership look like if you trusted your intuition more? How do you respond when your body tells you no? Because listen, as a therapist, I tell my clients this all the time. Your body knows what your brain and your mind has not quite comprehended or been able to process. And the reason why we're not in tune with our bodies is because we're not in tune with the earth around us. We're not moving like Issachar. We don't know times and seasons. We don't understand why it's important for us to get out in nature, why it is important for us to talk to the earth, why it is important for us to expect the earth to supply. So then when our body is telling us no, we get that confused with the devil, or we get it confused with, oh no, no. I can't do that. I won't show up as loyal. I have to stay. This is really pride and arrogance. I have to stay. I have to do it. One of the biggest lessons that I learned this year was do not stay beyond the time that God has shown you, that your spirit has warned you to get out when you're supposed to get out, to make the shift when you're supposed to make the shift, and to trust the God in you as you. Huh? Any questions? Any questions? Few more things. It costs when it costs you when you're not listening. It costs you time. It costs you resources. It costs you relationships. It costs you money. And some of these things, y'all, cannot be recovered. Some can, but I'm going to give it to you 100. Some stuff don't come back around a second time. Some things do. But some opportunities we legit miss. Okay? Without self-leadership, we really keep ourselves in a bind, right? Because here's what I really want to say, and this is kind of like what I really want you to take tonight. Your stillness at this time, once again, is strategic. Pay attention to what's happening around you. Begin to ask Spirit, where do I need to show up so that what's happening around me doesn't deter me? Are y'all following me? I want to slow this down. So the 2 E's that we've already discussed in leadership: earth leadership, the ego in leadership. And we start talking about the divine feminine as Mother Earth. Here are the 3 E's that's important that I really want you to take from tonight. When you're moving in healthy ego, when you're attuned with the earth and the signs and the seasons. This is what happens. Causes you to self-lead, and it causes elevation. You elevate, rising above fear-based perception. You elevate, expanding awareness. You elevate, seeing beyond ego attachment. A lot of why we've stayed is because of unhealthy ego, egotistical attachment. When we self-lead and embrace earth leadership and healthy ego, we evolve, updating our identity, which is constantly evolving. We release outdated roles. This is part of the evolution. We integrate new wisdom. When we talk about the ego, I want you to think of not trying to get rid of the dark or the dark side of you or the bad side of you. I want you to think of integration, because healthy engagement is integration of the ego, knowing how to integrate and knowing how to allow the ego to teach you. Is that making sense? Yes? No? Y'all still with me? Y'all liking, y'all sharing, y'all with me? The last E is emerge. Emerge. Leading authentically, showing up aligned, and acting without performance. Acting without performance. The E in leadership is about managing the ego so that we can elevate, evolve, and emerge authentically. Because leadership, self-leadership, is not about staying. It's about becoming. It's about evolving. It is about integrating. It is about understanding the interconnected system that we exist in. So, where are you being asked to elevate your perspective? Where are you being asked to elevate your perspective? What part of your identity is ready to evolve? Because these next 3 months and this winter solstice, right? This stillness is positioning you, positioning us. Who are you becoming underneath the surface? Who are you becoming underneath the surface? Ultimately, I'm inviting you to trust yourself. Y'all stop second guessing yourself. This commitment to self is personal. It's personal. Trust yourself. See yourself worthy enough to be trusted. Y'all don't see yourself worthy enough to be trusted. You see other people worthy of trust before you see yourself. And that's a whole problem. Recommit to inner authority. If you have not established inner authority, I want you to work towards establishing inner authority. Strengthen your discernment and pace yourself. Rest. Stop. Listen to your body. Because self-leadership isn't loud, but it is honest. Do you hear me? It's not loud, but it's honest. When we do these things, the leadership crisis that we are experiencing from without, it will not impact us the same way, because we're doing our individual work within. When we manage that ego and when we embrace earth leadership, we strengthen our awareness. And our leadership then becomes something that's sacred and not performative. because we're showing up first for ourselves. Okay. What are y'all releasing these next 3 months? What are you releasing? What are you going to trust more deeply? Some of us have been asking spirit the same thing over and over again. And the reason why you may not be hearing like you feel like you need to hear, because the lesson is for you, the lesson is to trust yourself. To thine own self be true. The earth stands as a model for us. What is self leadership asking of you now? What is it asking of you now? My inner me will be my guide. Yes. A lot of times we're fighting. There's this war, this tension between our higher self and this lower version of ourselves that we've allowed to operate so long. And it can become challenging and fearful to leave that place and space because that is familiar. That mode and operation of being is familiar. It's familiar. And even when we know that it's harmful, our nervous system feels more at rest because it's familiar. When I start having to step out on my own and do what it is that I need to do and self trust and self lead, then I really strip away the power that anyone else may have over my life. And my words become the words that are dominant. And my voice becomes the voice that permeates and shifts things in my life and my family and my finances. Yes, it's important to regulate our nervous system daily. Breath work, yes. So let me give y'all a few tips to help y'all. Is this some practical tips? Was this good? Was this okay? Was this good? Was this okay? Yes. Was this? Let me know. Be honest. Be honest. This is normally, what am I haven't done like traditional church in, oh, wow. Oh, maybe 10 years. Maybe 10 years I haven't done traditional church. So when I was talking to God, I was like, this is interesting that you have me doing this. Something is brewing, y'all. Say yes. Say yes. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. When you show up, the earth is already prepared for you what is needed. I said the earth is groaning and moaning, waiting. The earth has ears. The earth has eyes. The earth can feel. Come on, y'all. What's needed is already provided. Heal what needs to be healed, release what needs to be released. Know that healing is a constant journey. We heal in layers, but I want you to put your hand on your heart and tell yourself, this year I commit to trusting myself more. I commit in these next 3 months, I'm going to be intentional about trusting me more. I am going to become a student of the seasons and times. I am going to become a student of my body. And I'm going to begin to tap into the God in me as me. So, what can help? Meditation is good. Breath work is good. Visualization is good. Sitting and seeing. One of the things as adults that we've gotten away from is using our imagination. Our imagination is a gift, and our imagination is really spiritual and it's neurological. When you imagine, you begin to change some things neurologically in your brain and begin to introduce some new wiring. And what happens is your brain works in context with the external environment to make sure that what you have envisioned and what you have visualized comes into reality. Neuroplasticity, that's exactly what it is, right? Breath work. I want us to also begin to sit in silence. I began to take on a challenge. I am no longer praying using my voice. Hear me, and using words, meaning I'm not praying using words. I've shifted. I've begun for the next, and I think I'm on this journey for the next 3 months, to be honest. My prayer has become a chant, and I'm chanting intentionally to raise my vibration and my frequency, because the sound in the chant rather, shifts your brain states, but also repairs things in your nervous system. And when I am in that place, then my prayer, I'm more aligned with the Spirit of God. And through my chanting, what needs to be said and uttered is being heard. Now, everybody don't have to take that on. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Because I think sometimes we talk too much in prayer. And prayer doesn't always have to be us talking. But a hum can be a prayer. And up out of that, whatever needs to be communicated is being communicated. And what's happening is getting your lower self out of the way so your higher self can connect with spirit. So chanting, if that's what you want to get down with, journaling, affirmations, yoga. I did some restorative yoga the other day, and I opened up my spirit, and I was in savasana position and just began to break down in tears. And it was a release that I needed. Just begin to cry. Begin to release. I began to release. Yoga. These are also some ancient practices that root us back to the earth, y'all. Going outside and grounding. I have a tree that I go to, yes, somatic work. I have a tree that I go to here in Atlanta when I need to really, really feel grounded. I have this tree that I go to and I connect with it. And one day when I was there, the Spirit of God told me to look up the history of the tree that I was sitting next to or that I was laying against. And what I learned was that this particular tree was rooted in parts of Brazil. And I had been studying some things, and this tree also had a lot of ancestral roots. And I was studying some things, and I was working with some things around my identity and just being connected to that tree. and being drawn to that tree gave me some answers. Y'all following me? Getting outside, getting with the water, right? Getting with the water, dancing freely. My husband will tell you it was one day, 1 week, I was just dancing. I was dancing to hip hop. I was dancing to rap because there are aspects of rap that is liberating and freeing. And I was listening to Kendrick Lamar, and he was just putting me in that place and space. And I was like, hey, hey. And I found myself creating, and I found myself open and connecting with spirit. See, this stuff, I'm not talking about religion. This is spiritual connection. This is earth leadership. This is embodied leadership. All right? Okay. All right. One last thing before I get off. Do y'all have any questions? Seriously. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So I'm not saying Happy New Year. And y'all know why I'm not saying Happy New Year. Don't judge me, but I'm not saying Happy New Year because my New Year begins in March 20th, 21st. Any questions? Any thoughts? Any questions? Any thoughts? I'm using this next 3 months to prepare for the launch and the reveal of a lifetime. I'm building self-trust in my leadership from within, so without. Okay. Nobody has any questions for me. Okay. So what I am putting here is I am hosting, here's a question. Are you aware now when your amygdala is warning you of a red flag? Yes, I am aware of when my amygdala is warning me of a red flag. Really, what happens in our bodies when we are experiencing any warning, the information from the external stimuli is traveling up our brainstem, our spinal cord up to our brainstem, and it actually has to go through the limbic system, which is where the amygdala is, before it can even get to the prefrontal cortex, which is where decisions are made. And what happens is, because we don't pay attention to our bodies, because if we paid attention to our bodies, we would know the information that we need to know. But because we don't listen to our bodies. And although the information is traveling through the limbic system, which is around here, traveling through it to get here so that we can know how to move, we miss it. Because somehow we're taught that our bodies, we don't love our bodies. We don't love our bodies, we don't trust our bodies. And our bodies are the temple of God. Our body is God. Our body, do you understand? It's the temple of God, and we ignore it. I hope that answered your question. Hey, Dr. Mel, did that answer your question? Answer your question. Yes. Thank you. Okay, great. Anybody else have a question before I hop off? I am hosting a free webinar masterclass, Empower Her Now, for high achieving, this time around, this is for high achieving Black women in leadership. Leadership are those who lead in professional, nonprofit, and religious sectors. I gave y'all my resume when I first got on. I'm qualified to speak to all of those areas. So this is Empower Her Now. And there's a link there for you to register for this free masterclass. It's going to take place on January the 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You may have seen the commercials, the ads today. I released them today. Y'all, I release ads. I release ads. Oh my God. I released that. Thank you, DeQuincy. I released ads today on Facebook, IG, and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is working. Thank you. I released ads. Thank you. And I was invited to be an international speaker for for a women's summit that's taking place in March. In March 2026, it is virtual. I said yes, of course. Speaking to thousands of women globally. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Y'all, it's time. It's time for us to step fully into who we are. Don't play small. Stop playing small and stop looking to be seen. Okay? All right. So there's the link for you all to register, for women to register. This time, this is for women, so you all can share that with other women. This is a free webinar. Okay. And yeah, if you don't have any more questions, okay, I look forward to seeing and hearing more from you. Yes, I am gonna come live more. You know, I feel like something was on birth tonight. Yeah, I feel like something was birthed tonight. I do. Okay, y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of the night. My husband and I have been celebrating Kwanzaa this year, and it's really been good. It's really been good. And if you have not celebrated Kwanzaa, consider it. It has really been good. It's been reflective for us, brought us into conversations and coming together, declaring affirmations and all of the things. So I don't know why I'm giving a plug for Kwanzaa, but I wanted to do it for years, and this year we did it. So I'm so happy that we did. And today, once again, was the day Kumba, creative expression, creativity. All right, y'all. I love y'all much. Please share this video out. Thank y'all for spending an hour and 37 minutes with me tonight. I wish you well. I wish you safety, prosperity, and more importantly, I wish you the grace and the willingness to be kind to yourself, to be gracious, and to trust yourself. Okay? I love you all. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Let's see. Bye, y'all.